Hey man, you like Spaghettios?
Spaghettios. I mean, I guess I like them. Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
me too. You like Michelle Obama? Eh.
Michelle Obama? Neutral,
You
I
want to make
guess?
a program dedicated to finding out how many cans of Spaghettios it would take to write the
What?
book Becoming Michelle Obama?
That doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that?
I agree.
Huh?
Let's do it. Step one is getting some Spaghettios. Got some right here. Now I have to go to my kitchen, hi Vin Diesel, and count them. Okay. These are the number of letters I got. Obviously, you saw from that recording. Did not manage to get all of them in that sitting. Took a 10-minute break once I was done with that, and my mom knocked over the entire board when I was in that 10-minute period. So I had to start from scratch. Very fun, very fun. I don't have proof, so you'll just have to trust these numbers are accurate. But I promise they are. Okay, now that I got my numbers and letters done, now I gotta make the program. Very good program, I promise. I made it. Very good. Okay, so this is my program right here. As you can see, programmer, me, I'm working alone on this, got nobody else. What this program does is it finds out how many Spaghettio cans it takes to make a book. In this case, it's Becoming Michelle Obama by Michelle Obama. I'm including IOStream, IOManip, and FStream. Uh, and I'm using namespace std. This right here is all the different variables I use. We have one constant int for the length of my arrays, and then I have 3 arrays right here. This one holds the amount of letters in the book. This one just holds the alphabet itself, and this one holds how many are in a can of Spaghettio, how many letters are in a can of Spaghettios. And then my last one is just a counter to find out the total of Spaghettios. And then I only use one function, letter subtract, and because I use proper programming, it is defined below main. So we can look at it here. What this does is it just goes through each letter and takes from the total in the book and subtracts it by 1 can of Spaghettios. So say there's 8 in a can of Spaghettios. After this, the amount from the book will be 8 less for every single letter. So for my actual main, we have this stuff. This is just for getting the file open using this character, opening the file. And then we get the first character from it, and then it checks. I'm sure there's a more efficient method of this that I don't know, but it just checks if it's A, then the array part for A goes up by 1, and then it's else ifs all the way down. If there's a better method, I don't know it. And this is a while loop, so it keeps going until uh, it has the entire book read. And it just here see out the number of A's, well, the number of each letter in the book, and then the number of that letter in the can as well. Uh, that's all this does. And then this uh, checks through each individual letter and checks if it's more than zero, then it goes through letter sub once and then adds one to the counter. And it does this until the book part is less than zero. So, well, yeah. So that means as long as it's greater than zero, it would keep running. So, say there's 10 in it and the first one subtracts 9, then the next one at 1 subtracts 9 again, so that it can keep going. And then once that's done and the first letter is finished, it goes on to the next letter. And because of how it works, it keeps subtracting from the first letter as well, so it keeps track of that. And then it shows how many it takes, number of spaghettios needed, and it just uses the counter because every time it announces letter sub, it also adds one to the counter. And then the last thing shown is this for the amount of extra letters left over. How I do this is I just see out the number remaining in the array uh, times -1 because it's still subtracting from each letter every time. So even after it gets to zero, later calls of letter sub would cause it to keep going down. So I just multiply by -1 to get a uh, accurate number of how many are left over. Now seeing it run, you see here it shows number of A's all the way down to Z's for both the book and the can. You can see here the biggest issue is the number of E's, as it has the most of a single letter in the book and the least of a single letter in the can. So that is by far the most difficult, and it takes 7,218 cans to write, becoming Michelle Obama. This is the number of extras, and you can really see how big of an issue E is when it has 11 left over, and the next closest is 73,026. So this is my program, I guess. Very cool. After making such an excellent program, there's only one thing left to do. Eat the Spaghettios.
Oh.